if we have the opportunity for healthy continued growth in adulthood, that we go through a series of somewhat predictable phases. So probably one of the simpler ones that's and more accessible that's come out of that work is work by Robert Kegan and Lisa LaHaye. The book's actually got a different title. It's called Immunity to Change, and it's essentially about why these big life transitions are hard. So the adult development / vertical development bit in their model, they've got, I think it's 3 or 4 stages. So we go from being, if we've grown up and been successfully socialized, our first stage of adult life is a socialized mind. So we're ready to go out into the working world, be a good citizen, accommodate society's needs and expectations. The next stage then is a self-authoring mind. So this is where we start to say, well, actually, it's not about doing what everybody else expects of me. It's about doing what I expect of me. So we start to become a bit more authoritative in our own life. And in a the corporate audience I often work with, this typically coincides with, I'm not just maybe leading a team, managing a few people, but I'm genuinely inhabiting leadership. So I'm starting to set out my own stall, say what's important to me, kind of define the way forward. And then the layer beyond that starts to be about being able to hold much more complexity. So being able to hold opposing views in tension, kind of find new ways forward. Now, in some of the frameworks, there might be 7 or 8 stages. And some of them say get quite a lot more philosophical, spiritual, a bit more esoteric. So spiral dynamics is another version of this that's become increasingly popular. But the idea being that in any given stage, we'll kind of, it's not quite a plateau, but it's a gentle development curve. And then at the critical transition point, we have to make a big change. And often it feels like we're going round and round and round in a washing machine at that point. So we're trying to break out of the old, but we haven't quite got the, the gravitational pull to get past. And that's when it's really painful, and we feel like we're just stuck. But then if we successfully make it out, instead of having a gradual development, we have a big step up in our development. So it'd be like a big extended S. And then we'll probably have steady, maybe more horizontal growth. We'll layer on the new skills that we need. For example, talk back to that previous model around the leadership pipeline, or we'll go about learning how to utilize our time differently. So yeah, Kegan and LaHaye's work is a really good place to start with it. Another book based on a similar but their own version of it's called Mastering Leadership. And then if you wanted the more spiritual side, Suzanne Cook-Greuter's work on that. But the core bit, and a lot of the time I won't talk to clients explicitly about those different things other than about the washing machine bit, because when someone's in that transition, that's what people can really feel. So I'm trying to get to the next bit. I've still got loads of expectations on me from the other bit, and that's the bit I'm comfortable with, and I know how to do that, but I really want to do these new things, but they're hard and scary.
Yeah,
so really just some of the really distilling it back, but helping people find their ways through those kinds of transitions is what much of the work's about.